Gimli.
Oh.
My axe.
What are we talking about today?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to What Are We Talking About, where we're talking about Halloween. And not just the holiday. Actually, not the holiday at all. We're talking about the original Halloween, like the movie about Michael Myers.
Made in 1978, yeah.
78, yeah. First time I've ever seen it.
First time I've ever seen it, too.
I don't know, like...
I really wish
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I really wish I had seen it when it came out.
Well, not only that,
like,
but...
obviously I wasn't born around the time.
At least, I wish I would have seen it when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think... Like, it is a little tiny bit dated.
Oh, yeah. Like,
right?
You can definitely
You can tell that it's from 1978.
Like, with the kill scenes...
It's different. That's the thing. Movies were different back then, so in that way it's dated. In the same way that the Planet of the Apes movies with Charlton Heston are technically dated, but I still enjoy them. Mm-hmm. And in the same way with this movie, I still enjoy it.
One thing I can't recall of any movie prior to the Halloween movie where they did that whole first person deal. Like where at the very beginning it showed him like the entire time it was like first person. And then, like, how he grabs that mask and then, like, very cheesily, it, like, kind of shows him putting it on and it's just, like, he goes to put it up his face and all of a sudden it's just, like, clicks into view on the screen where it's just, like, you see out the eye holes and it's just, like, okay, I can see where they're going with it. Back then, that probably would have been very
That was probably mind-blowing if they've
never done it before. When they were doing the whole knife stuff. But then again, like, that's what I mean, though, is, like, for back then... Or for now, to watch those kill scenes where it's just like you see the knife going like this.
What's the modern day example?
And the sister, Meredith Myers or Judith Myers, I can't remember her name. The sister Michael Myers that Michael Myers kills.
I'm pretty sure it was Judith.
I think it's Judith. But anyways, how like the actor who played her, like
oh yeah, there was some definitely
awful.
Not the best acting.
But
it was a little bit like it's kind of funny in that way. Like there was a couple scenes where it's like there was, if I would have seen this as a kid, I would have been scared. Mm-hmm. But because I saw it as an adult for the first time,
like I have to.
It's not like it's not scary in some parts. So much so that it makes you laugh.
Mm-hmm. No, like I have to give it credit for the fact that even in this movie, how it did it is they really make the character Michael Myers a terrifying guy.
Definitely.
Like. He can be really creepy with him just standing
and you never know where, like, he like, disappeared. Like, he's this giant dude that, like, all of a sudden he just disappears and he's so quiet and, like, he is, the lore that they've created with the character of Michael Myers is, I really like. Like, I could see why there's 20 Halloween movies based on it, because...
I think it's 10.
Whatever, I'm not sure. But, I definitely liked the character of Michael Myers. Like, they showed, like, how they showed him a little bit as a kid, and they showed he's just kind of crazy.
Okay, one thing I do think I laughed at was at the very beginning, when the parents come home to Michael Myers, the bloody knife out in the front yard, and they're like, Michael, and they take off the mask, and they're just standing there. I'm pretty sure that was just supposed to be
it was supposed to be like a freeze frame.
A freeze frame or whatever, but obviously the actors were just holding their positions the entire time.
And because the camera had to zoom out, right?
They held that for a really long time. And I kind of chuckled to myself, because I thought that was kind of amusing.
No, I agree.
How they just didn't have the equipment or...
That's the thing, yeah.
The technology to do that freeze frame, but it was still... I thought it got its point across, but at the same time, they held it out a little long.
I know what you mean. Like, it's just like I said earlier. It's the style of movies, how different it was, even just how many years ago? 30, 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. And like cinema is something. The style of movies has changes so much so fast. Like, even the movies from 5 or 6 years ago, you can tell they're 5 or 6 years old.
You can definitely tell how movies are progressing.
Date quite easily. Mm-hmm. Like, But the thing about this movie, in some ways it's dated, but in other ways it's not, because like I said, it really got me intrigued into the character of Michael Myers and
I
the
can
way that
definitely
they
see
showed
how
him.
it's a classic, right? Like,
I agree.
compared if we were to watch a shitty horror movie from that era, this movie would probably stand out far beyond. Right?
Like, that's the thing. I don't know, like, I'm comparing this to movies from now.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a lot harder for us to do this, but at the same time, I'm trying to appreciate it, and I am at certain points, but at the same time,
I did enjoy it.
datedness. Yeah, I did too. Like, I was into the movie the entire time. But again, it's that whole being outdated now, right? Like, we're just not of that generation that we were able to see it when it came out, so it didn't have the effect on us like it did then. But I can still appreciate where it was coming from, where it was going, and why it's a classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I definitely, I mean, there was some parts that, like, there's a lot of things in this movie that you watch it, well, not only that, but you watch it and you notice that how many movies have stole things from this movie, right?
Yeah. Like that whole sitting straight up scene with Michael Myers. That's another thing. That guy is fucking tough.
No, it's
like,
true. He like
takes like a.
I assume like I thought that he was
a knife
dead.
to the
Like,
gut, and then
that's one
6
thing.
shots, and he's still out there.
Yeah, like that's the thing. For me, I assumed that they were gonna kill him at the end of this movie, and then somehow when they make Halloween 2 or whatever, they were gonna somehow resurrect him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I assumed, but clearly not. He is like invincible.
I guess Halloween 2 is like it starts right after the first one, where they're actually taking the survivor to the hospital, and he's still out there, and he's going after her.
Oh really?
Like, he's
Because I forget
her.
what the actress's name is, but she's super famous. Like
she was on.
she was in like Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan.
Mm-hmm. What's the name here?
That's a pretty bad.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She's
also in I want to say Raw Deal, but it's not Raw Deal. True Lies. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Donald Pleasance, the doctor. I thought his character, like, the entire time, he's running around the entire neighborhood, town.
It was kind of silly.
Like, it was kind of silly how he's so, like, how they handled the situation, absolutely terrible.
No, it's
like, he didn't do anything until the very end of the movie where he literally...
I mean, it is kind of under... one thing I do want to say is that I do like the guy said, we can't really tell people there's a guy in a Halloween mask running around killing people because
they're gonna get 1,000 phone calls.
Yeah, it was Halloween night. Like, exactly, they're gonna be getting phone calls from everybody. So that part I do like. It was a good explanation of it.
It was, but at the same time, how he was handling the situation was just...
No, I agree.
Like, fuck.
He was just... It didn't make sense. Like, he was just kind of waiting outside of that one house for a while, and then he just all of a sudden found the car, and he's just like, I found him. He's just around the corner. Like, what?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's not the best movie I've ever seen, but I definitely enjoyed it more than a lot of movies I've seen.
Mm-hmm. No, to rate this movie, I'm thinking 5.5 to 6.
Yeah.
But that's eliminating my ability to appreciate it, what it was. This is for what I see now.
No, that's the thing. Yeah.
So if like a person who were to watch it now, I'm gonna say you're 5.5 out of 6. That's what I'm gonna give it.
No, 5.5 out of 6.
Or
5.5 to 6.
5.5
out of
to
10.
6. Good point in bringing that up, or else people could have gotten confused.
But for me, I'm gonna have to give it a little bit higher because I think I was thinking probably around 6.7, 6.8. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I can see why it's a classic and all the movie tropes that everybody else stole from it, right? So like, that's probably why I scored a little bit higher than you.
Yeah, but that's because you were adding into account your appreciation for what it was and all that sort of stuff. I took that out, and I just was giving the simple rating. Someone's gonna sit down and watch it now. I've never seen it before. This is how much I think you might enjoy it.
If you're comparing it to modern day movies, that rating is more appropriate. Like, if you like modern movies and you are going to watch this for the first time, that's more of a rating. But if you know it will be dated and you can appreciate it for what it is anyways, I would be able to rate it a little bit higher.
And if
like
you
I
have
said,
that
6.8
whole,
maybe.
if you have that nostalgia effect for it too, you may rate it
Oh, way higher.
way higher.
That's the thing.
But
I
again-
rate Star Wars Episode 1 as not the worst movie in the world because I saw it when I was 7 years old.
Yeah, no, it's
Right?
Yeah, no, we won't get into that now.
That
But,
can go on forever.
Yeah, you got our ratings, so
That's it. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Peace. Never stop learning.